Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK journey video. In this video we're going to be going over 3 different team formations I've come up with. One for complete free to play, one for a mid-level, and then one for a pay to win. Now as you can tell, we have reclaimed our #1 position, and actually in the end, look at this, my defense was holding up really well against this very powerful player. And the defenses I'm running this week are going to be kind of similar to basically what I was running in the previous week for the pay-to-win team that I'm going to show you. Okay, we're going to lead it off with the free-to-play team. So free-to-play team formation ID will be in the corner. And good news for you is that all of the maps are symmetrical this week, so you don't have to do any manual modifications. You can just add that formation ID. Okay, so first team is going to be using the Twins, because with their Stellar Bond, they're going to give more stats to the Chimera and to the Ludovic. Also, because Ludovic is going to be healing right from the beginning of the match, he can heal your blue twin in the back to keep the Twins alive. We also have Odie on the faction talent tile, because I think a lot of players and free-to-play players as well would have Odie at a Paragon upgrade, and then you might as well use him. And with this faction talent, he's going to have a shield, making him tankier. It's going to increase his damage output. And then finally, you can have Sylvina jumping in, because I wanted to complete the Greyborn factional. Because Freestro doesn't really fit well on this map, so I didn't want to run him. So that was basically the whole team concept. It will be around Chimera getting the kill early on, or basically casting her ultimate and cleaning up for your team. The pink-haired twin is going to be tanking the aggro from the opponent rather than Chimera, which is the good news, and Ludovic will be healing Chimera. So this is basically the whole team concept. The Shadow Blast spell, I think this is a great offensive stat distribution, defense penetration, execution, and then also HP. I think it's pretty good for PvP. Okay, moving on to 2. Team number 2 is going to be our Stroll team with Lily May and Tassi. So the infinite front effect that we have in this week is pretty interesting. It is going to deny the energy recovery of all of your allies, but the ally who is in the rearmost, who will be Tassi here, will have the lowest reduction in energy recovery. So at least your energy recharge rate is not going to be too basically inhibited. And Tassi is the main one. We want to be able to cast your ultimate, because that is how we can kill the enemy team and hypnotize them. And so I've opted for this team here. Also, it's pretty interesting because, like, think about it from the opponent's perspective. They're going to maybe have one hero who needs to cast their ultimate in the back. My Lily May can keep denying them, or at least deny that first ultimate, and then it will take them a while to charge up again. And that's why I think running Lily May on team number 2 is a really good idea. And then we just have Thorin as a tank. He's going to be protecting the body, and we have Damien to be healing. Now, this team is a good team. It was good in the previous season, and even though we don't have invincibility wilder tiles, it is still pretty good in this season. And most people have their wilder faction talents upgraded because of AFK stage pushing and things like that. So this is a really good team, and this is going to be with the Light Call spell, which is perfect for a Stroll-oriented team. Finally, team number 3. Team number 3 is going to be the Iron Almas Wombo combo with Nero to take the enemy Lily May interruption. You can replace Nero for Brian, for example. Whichever one you have more upgraded, Nero or Brian, they both do the job, basically. But Nero, I think, needs to be Mythic Plus, right? Anyway, so the whole idea here is Siren, and this is actually a team I was running in my final lineup for my pay-to-win teams in the previous week, and it was getting wins. Even with the Paragon 2 Siren, it was getting wins against full Paragon 4, Celestial Hypogean, crazy teams. And so this is a solid team. Definitely. Lenya is a great damage dealer, and I think Iron is going to do really well here, because Iron can crowd control enemies to group them up into this middle area, so Lenya can begin hitting them. Also, from this positioning, Lenya will not be taking the aggro. It will be the Almas who will be taking the aggro from the opponents, so Lenya will be safe for a while. And Siren will block the opposing artifact. He can cast his ultimate after Iron's ultimate to crowd control the enemy further. The major counter to this is Dunlinger, but that's a funny thing. Even when an opponent brought Dunlinger to me on my team number 1, I still somehow managed to win with this team, which I don't understand how that is even possible. But yeah, Dunlinger does shut down this team, and with the Dragon Roar spell, I think is another great PvP artifact, good offensive stats, and it will give you a pretty high damage reduction and attack buff from the beginning of the match, and then periodically every 12 seconds. So this is a really good team. Now, if you don't have Siren, you can replace him for Arden. You can run Carolina here. Even if your Lenya's not, like, built up, you can basically replace, you don't have to run Lenya, right? Like, you can run Arden in the back, like, along with Siren, if we wanted to do this. That would be fine. Yeah, Basically something like that, and you don't have to run Siren. You can replace him for any other AoE damage that you have. Carolina, you can even do Vala, a lot of different things. Okay guys, so for the mid-level teams, we're going to have again the same lineup of heroes, but I'm going to be running it on map number 1. I think map 1 is a pretty good map for this team to be run because enemies cannot be spread out that much. Iron will be able to group up multiple with his ultimate, and then Lenya will begin hitting them. Siren is going to be dealing his damage. He has a long range. He can begin damaging right from the beginning of the match, and Almas will be tanking for our team, and Nero will be blocking the enemy Lily May. Protection for the Iron. So not much more to say about this team. It still has a Dragon Roar artifact. I'm thinking that this is going to do pretty well for me this week. Team number 2 is going to be the pay-to-win version of Lily May, Tassi, Bonnie, along with Taylene. Taylene is acting as a tank here, basically. Damien is going to be providing his, well, once he spawns a chariot, the healing and haste buff. And then we have Lily May and Tassi for damage. Tassi is going to be energy, the least reduced in energy recovery so that she can spam her ultimates and kill. You might be thinking, well, like, Taylene, doesn't she want to ultimate? Tassi, like, Lily May, doesn't it make... You might be thinking, isn't it better for you to run this team on a different map? But honestly speaking, Taylene usually doesn't even cast her ultimate much in these fights. She's mainly acting as a pseudo tank and her skill damage to spread Bonnie's debuff. And Tassi is the one who's going to solo in the end, and she basically has this buff effect to reduce her energy recovery by the least. And so I still think this is a good option. Also, again, like I mentioned, Lily May denying the opponent from ulting is also really hard shutting them down for this specific map, because pretty much no matter which team you talk about for a PvP team, there is going to be some ultimate dependency in that team. And if Lily May can shut them down, along with this effect of this court, it's going to be difficult for them to get off any ultimate. Now, finally, team number 3. Team number 3 is going to be a Graveborn team using Ludovic, Shamira, and Thorin. Thorin will be tanking the aggro like Almas was in the previous free-to-play lineup, because Thorin is the frontmost. Thorin will be taking the damage. Shamira is going to be hopefully able to hit people right from the beginning of the match. I wanted to position Shamira in a way and in a map that she can begin attacking right from the beginning, because Shamira's biggest weakness is her range of 4, right? But like, she can hit any hero here. She'll be able to hit heroes here who walk up one tile, and then she'll be able to begin dealing damage. And I do feel like usually people do position some heroes here, or if they position heroes here that are going to walk up, Shamira is going to begin attacking. So I opted for Vala here as like kind of like a mid-range level damage dealer. However, if you have Athalia, I think Athalia would be, of course, better than Vala. And originally, I'm going to either be running this version for my actual defenses this week, or I'm going to be running the pay-to-win version I'm going to show you after this. But this was my original plan for a team, but then to make it more mid-range friendly, if you don't have Athalia, you can use Vala. And Vala is better because she can target enemies who are going to be on these faction tiles in the back. It's better than, for example, running like Sylvina. Although Sylvina can also work, Sylvina is very counterable because they know your Sylvina's jumping right there. So Vala is better. Yeah, so Harak is going to be the major kill threat, but Shamira is also a major kill threat. So like, the opponent has a lot of things to worry about. Shamira, after she casts her ultimate, and then we have this great Shadow Blast spell. I really like it for the stats that it provides. And then it also deals pretty high damage to frontline enemies. The pay-to-win teams are going to be somewhat similar. Now, what I'm doing is for map number 3, I'm now switching Lily May and Bonnie and Tassi onto map number 3. But this is basically, Taylene will be tanking the aggro, Tassi is going to be a bit safe, Damien will spawn his Troy Chariot and begin buffing up the team. And apart from that, Lily May and Bonnie, they are going to be on the tiles in the back, and with the Light Call spell for a more stroll-oriented. And this is what I ran in the previous week, and this team was undefeated in the previous week when I ran Light Call spell and like, yeah, on one of the maps I was running it on. This team of heroes. So I think overall this is a good team. I like to have Lily May on the Wilder faction tile because it does give an attack buff, a temporary attack buff, which I think is going to give her a growth stack, because Lily May will stack her growth when she gets a non-permanent stat buff. So overall, yeah, solid Taylene team, still strong. So this is going to be the big change, because team number 1 is going to be exactly the same as the one that I'm talking about for the mid-range team. But team number 2, this is where I'm not sure if this is actually what I'm going to run or not. This was what, one of my original ideas. You're going to have, I think you need to have the Illusion Frester towards the middle of the map, because he's going to be taking most of the aggro. I don't want to have the main Frester there. Then I wanted to have Harak behind the Illusion Frester. That's important because you need his damage reduction so he can survive long enough to begin stacking up and getting kills. And then I wanted definitely Ludovic for healing for Shamira. Ludovic healing onto Shamira is a great combo, and that is going to synergize well. And then I wanted to have Athalia behind the real Feresto for energy recovery, and also because she's going to jump and dash really early on from a vengeance charge, just 2 seconds into the match, 2-second initial cooldown. It's fine if she's body blocked. She's actually going to be body blocked here, but it's fine. 2 seconds into the match, she's going to be dashing anyway. It doesn't matter. My only reluctance with this team, although this was actually a team lineup of heroes that was also undefeated for me in the previous week, and that is how I held my rank 1 position, but on a different map, of course. It was actually map number 3 of the previous week. But my biggest issue here, Shamira cannot begin damaging right away. And so first I had a team like this, and that was even worse, because then the heroes are not going to be drawn back. So I pushed everyone back, and now I'm hoping that the enemy can have heroes who are up here, who can walk up, because all I need is a hero to walk up to this tile, and then Shamir is going to be again hitting them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we need to have a hero who walks up to this tile right here, and then Shamir can begin damaging them and charging up her energy. Because the problem is, if Shamir is blocked in here, and she can't attack the enemy, she's not going to be charging up her energy very fast, and I'm in trouble. But I need to have her on the back faction tile, because that gives her energy, and then I also need to have her rearmost so that she gets its effect of the infinite front. So basically, that's a team lineup. I think this is going to be pretty good, but this is weak to like Dunlinger to an extent, but not even that much. It's weak to Lily May, because Lily May is going to repeatedly deny my Shamira, right? Because my only ultimating hero here is basically going to be Shamira due to this infinite front effect. And so that's why I was thinking Lily May on defense here works a lot as well. But anyway, guys, those are going to be the 3 different teams with the formation ideas. You can pick and choose, or you can also mix and match based on the heroes you have as well with these core framework of teams. But I'm very pleased with these teams I've been able to come up with today. I have 2 really solid options for me to run this week. Either this one, or I'm going to be running the mid level of teams using Athalia rather than Vala. Those are basically the 2 different teams I'm going to be trying this week. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. That is going to be it for this one. If you're not already subscribed to our YouTube channel, please smash that subscribe button. Also, feel free to join my AFK Journey Discord server. There's a link to that in the description of this video. And finally, if you're thinking about making a purchase in AFK Journey, please use my affiliate link for the official Farlight store. There is a link to that in the description of this video and a pinned comment. This is the best way you can support me at no extra cost to you and gain 5% bonus dragon crystals on your purchase. But thanks for watching. I'll hopefully see you in the next video. Good luck in Supreme Arena this week. And until the next video, everyone, peace out for now.